He probably gonna come out swinging that bit. That's what he gonna do.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Locke. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Locke working out of the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. There on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
To Michelle on the screen. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
That's good.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of it.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
At the 40-yard line.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. Out of the gun, Newton. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's caught at the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
At the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. No score after 1 on EA Sports. First and goal from just inside the 5. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll run it here. This is James White. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
He can run for it, and he will. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
On the play.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. On 4th down, they're going to try the jet sweep. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
You just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw it is Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Locke on target to Fant for a Bronco first down.
A gain of 15.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7. Brendan McManus.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing again on second down. Newton looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The 49-yard line.
First down, here's White. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
11 yards there, first down. A lot of storylines to a New England-Denver matchup. So many great games in the past. And worth noting, too, that Cam, of course, has his history with the Broncos as well. He was on the losing end of Super Bowl 50 when his Panthers lost to the Broncos 24-10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Newton. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Mike Purcell able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Back to throw, Newton. This is White on the screen. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
To James White.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Devin Asiasi, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
I think she at the crib. She at her house. I will. Thank you. Love you. One love.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make...
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro Stephon Gilmore. He's at the 40, the 20.
You gotta feel it, baby.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So Stephon Gilmore, an All-Pro Defensive Player of the Year in 2019, had his first career pick six a season ago, and he delivers another one here. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Patriots 21, Broncos 7. Adam Vinatieri.
So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right,
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A.J. Boyd.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. Hamler now on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at it...
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Completes it to Lee. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Marquise Lee, his first touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On first and 10, here's Locke. Got him, man. It's the rookie Jerry Jeudy. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards on the play.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
3-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
From the gun, Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Broncos.
Locke off of play action. That's going to be caught by Jeudy. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
He was taken down at the 20.
But hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So now after the sack, Cam and the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Newton. Flush to his right. And he'll have his man. That's it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
The 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Fielded in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Locke.
I like that.
Escaping
You fucking missed him?
He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I'm talking on the mic. This nigga's stupid.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Yep. That pull in the front. Oh, yeah. Hold on.
They'll run on 1st down. White. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
The tackle made.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
Might be, how you gonna get it off? Don't get it off. How you gonna get it off?
I'm gonna be able to get it off. It's my hair, because it's like...
Right, that's what I'm saying. How you gonna take it off?
Hold on, baby.
Without messing your hair up.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, wait.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Opting to run again here with White. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal.
Field goal, a 24-yard attempt.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Oh, but this is going to backfire.
The bullshit.
Picked off down at the 2. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
36.
Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead will be cut down to 14. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
It's too small, man.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. Coming off the pick 6, it's Newton. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. But it's going to be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Newton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And now it's 3rd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Steps away to that. A big loss here as he's taken down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Operating from the gun. Newton. This one caught by Lee. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10.
A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the fourth quarter.
It's a gain of 5.
Bring another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing again is Newton. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He's broke.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Good punt.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Yeah, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing here, Newton. And he lets go a laser pulled in by Edelman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
At the 23-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. He gets it complete to Harris. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
At the 11-yard line.
Now Newton. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
And it's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Block. Flushed out right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Cortland Sutton. Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
There defensively.
Throwing again. Locke. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Today's final score, Patriots 43.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
You wearing your van?
They accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New England, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get...
We fucking losing, man.